Welcome to episode 26 of Close Encounters of the Funny Kind. We got some muscles now, I guess.
I don't know why I make the face behind the mask.
I don't know. It's weirding me out.
You want to make out?
I don't. No.
Wait. There's a...
No, it's not checking any of my boxes. Maybe you do like Harley Quinn or something. We can talk Catwoman. Maybe we talk about that. But you look. I keep looking up here. Like it's the hair. Like all this is throwing me off.
We're gonna take it off.
I would like you to. I'm not a. That's. Are you gonna keep the gloves on? Are you gonna glove up?
That's what she said.
All right, then. Fish and chips. We've had this, but it's been, I think I've had one of these ever. And this is apparently pretty popular. It's moved up the charts.
One of our neighbors really likes it.
It's too expensive. It's too cheap to buy all that. So I can't remember.
I accidentally got drunk off of this at a work event, and I went to bed at like 9. Everyone was drinking, by the way. I was not the only one. I mean, there were a bunch of old white ladies that were like super drunk.
Why they gotta be white?
Oh, shut up.
Why they can't be black ladies?
It was just an expression. Oh my God. Please don't come at me. Don't cancel me. But anyways, I remember I called him and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I think I'm going to go to bed. He was like, you should probably go to bed because I had to get up for a seminar the next morning. And then I closed all the curtains and everything in the hotel. I woke up like an hour later, but I didn't realize it was an hour later. And I was like, oh my God, I'm late. Because it was like 10 or 11, and our first seminar was at 9. And
you weren't late. It was the middle of the night.
It was the middle of the night. It was awful.
Let's taste this. It's a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be.
Well, it's a Mexican beer.
I like it. I do. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd buy more. It doesn't taste bitter like Corona has that.
Yeah, I don't like Corona.
Corona's got that like bitter like. That was quick.
It's been a while.
Corona's got that bitter like aftertaste to it. This is smooth. I can see why it's popular.
I'm smooth.
I do like this. That's pretty good. I start ordering that when we get Mexican food instead of the Dos Equis.
Okay.
Okay. You got stuff on your little sheet over there you want to talk about? Oh, wait, I had a question. I think. Look at your sheet. Go over what you...
No, because once I start on this, there's no stopping me.
That's what she said? Hey-oh!
Stay awake later, maybe you can find out.
Crap.
Why do you have a picture of Michael Myers on your phone?
Where?
Who is that?
That's Abraham Lincoln's wife. She's not a pretty lady. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
I thought it was Michael Myers.
She is not cute.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, I don't want to bring on any bad juju, but not a good-looking lady.
Oh, speaking of bad juju, Mr. What have you brought into our house? You have to get this crap out of our house because of the whole candy bar fiasco last week with the little one said, someone took it out of my hand as he walks past my fake apothecary table. I come home from dropping off the kids this morning. This one's watching Invisible Man. I'm like, really? Really?
Okay. I got two things to say. We never found the candy bar, so I don't like that. I still don't like that.
And the dogs were outside when this took place, so they weren't in the house to eat it when it came. Like if it got set down, like.
Invisible Man though is a movie.
Don't be a spoiler.
Well, that movie's like 6 years old. It's not like. Okay, it's not a new movie. But it's not a ghost thing. Like the dude has a suit that makes him invisible. I was like, once I got it, I was like, oh, this isn't.
See, I was afraid it was a ghost thing, which is why I never watched it all these years.
All right, I remember what it was. Somebody posted it on our comments, and I was like, that's a good idea. So this is on YouTube. It's seasoned veteran 7386. He said we should do an episode where we pick a TV show or movie character. That the other person would be friends with in real life.
Oh, I already know this. All right, you know who my TV show person I'd be friends with?
No, that I would be friends with. He said the other person would be friends with. So who would I be? You can tell who would you be friends with?
No, you have to tell me who you think I would be friends with, and I'll tell you if you're even close
I
to
think that you think, but you probably would. I think you'd be friends with Blake Lively.
No.
You don't think so? I don't know enough about her personal stuff.
No.
So probably somebody... I'm trying to think of like a comedian or something like.
So like their TV.
Women get weird when they're rich.
Is it their TV personality I'm friends with?
Well, that's
them,
I'm going off of her character, like shows and because you watch a bunch of crap. I feel like
God, she's a whore in everything she plays.
Well, I feel like you'd have a good time with her.
Are you calling me a whore?
No.
Did he just call me a whore?
We can rewind this. Nothing was said of that nature. So, all right. So, who was your person you would want to hang out with? Sluts McGee over here.
Wow. I could see myself hanging out with Rachel.
From Friends?
Yep.
Like Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her and I could be besties.
I'm going to say
we
this.
We like to shop. We don't have money to shop, but we still
No,
like
that's
to shop.
the character. I'm talking about you have to hang out with the actress.
I said, is it their character or is it them in real life? I still hang out with her because she smokes cigarettes and drinks. Like, she's fucking good time.
A show or movie character. So, okay, so if it's a movie character... You know.
Oh, even all the movies she plays.
You're saying Rachel from Friends? Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking because here's the thing with celebrities.
All right, now hold on. Now that you know that it's the character and not the person outside of the character, then who do you think I'd want to hang out with? Because there's actually a few.
It would be a dude. It'd be like probably Will Ferrell would be my guess for you. Like
yeah.
Like that's. Matthew McConaughey.
Do you remember?
You guys just hang outside by a fire and just drink.
All right.
We're just gonna drink some beers out here. Just have a real good time, man.
Do you
We're just
remember
hanging
the Will
out.
Ferrell skits that we used to watch back before there was like official YouTube and stuff with the little girl,
I do.
Pearl.
I do.
That would yell at him.
I do.
It came up on one of my things the other day about like throwback to the early 2000s. I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Okay, go ahead.
You haven't answered anything about me. What's yours? Who I would want to hang out with? Keanu's cool. My personal thing, I would probably go Vince Vaughn. I think Vince Vaughn would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, Vince Vaughn.
Or if I had to pick somebody for me to hang out with, I would want to hang out with Will Ferrell. Like if I could grab a beer with somebody, like I feel like Will Ferrell's, you know.
Well, if I had to grab a beer with somebody, it would definitely be a dude. But if I had to be like a friend with someone, I would have to pick a girl because that's the only way she understands my craziness.
Okay. Well, if you guys think of questions you want us to ask, post them on on YouTube or TikTok, and we can talk about them on here. What do you got on your list over there, Princess?
Okay, so I tried tagging you in it, and I tried tagging Close Encounters of the Funny Kind in it.
That thing's good. I like that Modelo.
To kind of spark a little bit of interest in us because it was on such a popular major page. But did anyone watch Kristen Cavallari's podcast this week?
Show of hands in the audience. Show of hands. Nobody.
I accidentally listened to it.
Okay.
I follow her on Instagram, and then if the clip she posts on Instagram is relatively like ringing to me, like it speaks to me or whatever, then I'll go over, find it on Amazon, and I'll listen to it.
So what was it?
So did you never find it and listen to it?
No, you mentioned it.
Oh my gosh! So we're gonna have to pull up the clip because this is hilarious. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if she's changed. Like she's not in a studio or she's moved houses, but she's more laid back in this new podcast era that she's on because she even said she's relaunching it.
She realized she's boring. But what was the conspiracy?
Hollywood cloning.
Okay.
So she literally came out, don't cancel us, we haven't even started, I'm talking about someone else. She came out and said Hollywood clone Kanye. Because there's an interview and she flashes to it in her podcast. She goes back to it in her podcast. So we're going to put it in ours now. Talks about if I go missing and I come back, I'm not who you think I am. Kanye literally says that in an interview. He says, if I go away, I'm not who I'm supposed to be when I come back.
Well, he's a weird dude to begin with.
Well, so they're all like, well, he's overweight.
This thing's like...
He's still a little nuts. You can take it out. I can take mine out because I'm hot.
It's fine. I got
It's chilling me.
Just loosen it up. By the time I get it off, the show will be over.
You can step out to the side if you want to. But anyways, she is adamant. And I didn't know this about Kristen, so that's why I'm wondering, like, what has happened to her.
You're interrupting yourself with burps. You just interrupted yourself with a burp.
I don't know what's happened with her podcast because now she's talking about it, but she said she's a huge conspiracy theory. Like, she believes in, like, everything anyone tells her. She'll do her research, she said. But I thought that was really funny. And then all of a sudden, everything started sparking. Are you going to do a live? So you looking?
I gotta show you a video. So I can finish this. Let me show you the video, and then I can put it on our live thing.
What's the video?
It's a video I got on my phone, so I can't show you video if I'm doing a live on my phone.
So, anyways, I would say go watch Kristen Cavallari's newest episode. I think you can watch it on Amazon. I think it's on Spotify, and part of it's on Instagram. She posted it to TikTok. TikTok took it down. I think Instagram took down partial of it. The only one so far that I heard of, but I haven't looked today, that didn't take it down was YouTube. Because YouTube's for everything. Because they have that silly clown that pops up and tells kids to kill themselves and that they're pieces of shit. So, I mean, but that's true. So, but that I thought was really cool because I feel like all of a sudden Kristen Cavallari was like, we were like level. We were like, okay, we get it. Like,
okay.
But because then it all came out that Britney Spears is a clone. And everyone has believed that for a very long time. That's not Britney. And some people think that the conspiracy around celebrity deaths is that they were going to be cloned and they couldn't and they died and they just died. Like, that's how they died. Like, they were going to clone them, it didn't work out, and they died, like, on the table being cloned or whatever. This is like a rabbit hole, but that's what some people believe.
I haven't heard any of this. This is all... I'm up on my conspiracies.
Oh my God, I have a conspiracy you don't know about.
I haven't heard any of that.
You gotta tune in to Kristen Cavallari. Very Cavallari.
Please don't do
that. Hit me up, Kirsten.
I
love Jay, but I love Justin too.
I have seen
You're so confused.
Yeah, I'm like... So much to unpack.
He's like, she never has a conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I doing here? I did see a video one time, and it's alleged, but it was of Michael Jackson. It was the ambulance that picked him up from his house when he died, and I guess the paparazzi followed it, and it shows a guy
getting out of it,
get out and go into like.
Well, you know, there's a tunnel from Michael Jackson's house to P. Diddy's house.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Full-on tunnel. The FBI walked it.
Oh, not the diddler.
No, we're not going to talk about that sick shit.
Oh, the diddler.
Can't believe I even said his name on this.
Bad boy's in trouble.
Fuck you, Diddy.
He's a weird dude. What else you got over there? You got a whole list, it looks like. This is supposed to be a quick episode.
Okay,
you got
well, then never mind. I want to talk about it.
What do you got there? Go ahead.
All right, I won't talk about the volunteer thing. We'll save that for another day because I'm still hot about it. Do you want to talk about how you and the 12-year-old had to tell me about how the moon and the earth rotate last night? The 12-year-old literally like went out of his way to like fully explain.
The moon was like really big, and we were looking at it. We were messing with the telescope again, trying to see.
But it was like moving. Like you could
see it rising.
There's literally a peak in the trees like this. And the moon started here, and I was like, oh, look at the moon. And we were, like, playing with the kids and not looking, and then all of a sudden it was here. And we were playing, looking, not paying any attention. And all of a sudden it was here, and I was like, what's happening? Why is it getting closer and bigger?
It was weird. But we had to explain to Sam. Sam was like, she's like, so we rotate around the moon, and the sun rotates around us, and me and...
No, I know this...
It was very... I was like,
the sun
what?
doesn't move because the sun's a star. The sun is a burned out star.
It's not a burned out star. It's a live star.
Oh.
That's why it's still glowing. But we rotate around the sun, and the moon rotates around us. But
How do we not collide?
But the moon, Sam was blown away. We've talked about this before on some of the moon landing episodes and stuff. That the moon it rotates around us, but it doesn't spin.
We never see the
We
dark
don't
side.
see the back side of the moon. That's where the alien bases are. That's what they believe. This thing's so uncomfortable.
Take it off.
I'm not going to take it off. It's already
Just
on
step
now.
to the side and
I'm
take
already
it
locked
off.
in. I'm Iron Man now.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
I wanted to show you this.
Where's all the money? Where's the cars and the
It's secret. I wanted to show you this. We talked about the ghost box. Okay?
ghost box?
Remember last week's episode? I talked about the ghost box. Told you I had to show it to you.
I'm usually pretty buzzed when we're doing these.
Great. Okay, so Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel. All right, so ghost box is like, it's alleged. You could buy these online. It's supposed to be a box, and you can take it. People take them to like cemeteries and places like that. It's supposed to pick up whatever. So
We should go to Evergreen Cemetery.
So I recorded this, and I look. There's a whole bunch of these, but I recorded this one specifically to show you.
Cleaning my grave.
That's it.
Down side.
That's it. We're cleaning your grave. That's it, little Mary.
It's unknown. What is your name?
My name is John, Mary. Seems like you're having trouble retaining that information. Seems you're one of those. That's okay, baby. I won't forget you.
That's like 18. It says like 1890. This is from, and I'll post it in there, but it's Santa Paranormal. I can't remember if that's his page where he posts them, or if that's another. Well, I don't want you to start playing it again because it's going to pick it up on the thing. But there's a whole bunch. I mean, you could, if you type in like what was it, ghost box or spirit box.
Why is the tombstone so little?
Because it's a little girl that died in the
But does-
1800s. There's a whole bunch of these. There's literally hundreds of him cleaning like gravestones and
Yeah,
and
I've
picking up voices.
seen where. Well, I don't know about the picking up the voices, but I've seen where guys have gone out and cleaned up gravestones because maybe they don't have any family anymore.
Yeah, I mean, this is. It
And
says
they
she
go
died
clean
in
'em up.
1899. It was probably just cheap, but I mean, it's a legitimate gravestone. Like, it's not like so.
okay.
But I mean, I don't know if that's real or not. But there's people take them and do stuff, and it's like it picks up like random stuff. But it'll say stuff like that, like. I saw a couple, like, when I was trying to find a few good ones, but just going through them, I'm like, there's so many of them that are just like, you know. But there was a couple of them where it'll say like, it'll say somebody's name. It'll say Tyler, and it'll say over there, and like they'll look, and it's like the gravestone like 2 over is Tyler's or something like weird. So I'm like, well, is there a way to program them or something? But there's so many of them on TikTok, and I don't see a bunch of stuff like where people are like debunking them and stuff. So I don't know. I mean,
You know what you should do?
I don't want to do that. Not that. What, you want to do it?
We should go on a ghost tour again.
I don't think you can take those with you, but that would be crazy.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I just meant in general. Like, we just walk around and go live and...
Well,
Remember,
a ghost tour has a tour.
Yeah, well, we've been on a few of them and they kind of suck. Do you remember the first time we went on a ghost tour when we came home?
We talked about that on here. We've already been over that. I made a note of this. I just see stuff during the week and I make notes of it. And because we always talk about like our evolution and stuff like that. I just thought this was interesting. You know how people are like either early birds or night owls.
I don't think I'm either.
You go to bed early typically, but you also like to sleep in. So
I
that's
also don't like waking up in the morning.
all right. So you were just an unproductive member of society. So
Fuck you.
So what the video I watched, and the girl was saying that she said if you think about it, what it is like certain people stayed up late to guard the camp, like back, thousands of years ago or whatever it was. So people would stay up late and stay and watch, basically, from a rival tribe or whatever it was. So those people became people that were used to staying up late at night.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was other people who got up early
to hunt,
to go hunt
harvest,
or go collect food or whatever. So it said if it kind of over generation after generation after generation got built, if you were always like your dad was the night watch and then you were the night watch, then your son, it just slowly got ingrained into you to where like now we don't know why we're a night owl or an early bird.
So,
but it's because of thousands of years of like, down the line.
So, but I want to always go to bed early. I try to make myself go to bed early because I want to get up and work out in the morning. So then what causes me to wake up in the middle of the night and be awake? Like, I literally can fall asleep at 9 and at midnight.
Or 8.
But, okay, 8, 9. But at midnight, I'm awake. I'm awake for 4 hours. 4 hours. I'm awake. And I don't always get on my phone because I don't want the light and the anxiety. I literally just lay there with my eyes closed and I kind of toss and turn. I have nights where I come out to the couch, but I haven't done that in a while. So explain that to me. So what part of evolution is that I wake up at midnight? Is it my watch?
Maybe it's because you're a night person and you're trying to force yourself to go to bed early.
I mean, if I could, I'd stay up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're making yourself do it for work or because you want to get up and work out. But maybe your body wants you to stay up later,
Because literally I get about 2-3 hours of sleep and then I'm awake.
That's weird.
Every night.
Which maybe it's because of this, because if you think about people used to sleep in shifts.
Yeah.
They would do that. Like somebody would take first watch, So if maybe you were thousands of years ago, your ancestors were, and that seems weird that you were always first watch, but
I wouldn't be first. I'd be second watch.
Yeah. So you're used to going to sleep for 4 hours and then getting up and watching from midnight till 4 or 5 in the morning.
But once my feet hit the ground, I'm ready to go.
Because think about it though, because if you wake up a lot of times like midnight, 1 o'clock, that's like 4 or 5 hours. Mm-hmm. And then you stay awake till about 5 or 6, then you get tired.
And then if it's a Friday or Saturday night where I stay up a little bit later and then I'll go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock and it's more like 11, like I stay a little bit later with you, I wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Because your body,
my body.
It was a whole video I saw on like TikTok, and I was like, I've never thought about it, but I thought it was interesting because I was like, that.
But that goes
makes sense
with your whole primitive thing of like walking through a dark house.
Yeah, like we've talked about that on other episodes where it's like your fear of the dark is not your fear of the dark. It's
not your fear that
it's your survival instinct kicking in, trying to tell you that there may be a saber-toothed tiger over there, or a rival
or a bear.
Rival tribe, or a wolf, or something that you can't see in the dark. That's gross, bro. Jesus,
oh my God,
Christ. But yeah. So, I don't know. I think it's interesting. What else you got on your list over there? You got anything fun?
I guess kind of. So here's a question.
Okay.
Do we this is a question for everybody. So here's the chance for you to follow, and subscribe, and comment. Are you a coffee person or an energy drink person?
Okay.
Because when him and I first met, I was
so many tonight. Okay.
You gave me Mexican beer.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay.
Anyways, when him and I first started dating, I was an energy drink, which is when Red Bull first came out. And I lived off of Red Bull and ramen noodles for a couple of years when I lived on my own, and then even when I moved back in with my parents, that's what I still lived off of. I can't.
You okay? Do you want me to just talk and you just sit over there?
Anyways, the one day he gave me my first Starbucks. I never drink Starbucks.
Sam
before.
didn't have
Coffee.
not Starbucks. You had never had coffee,
Never had
and you were like
coffee.
20. I was like, how have you never had
Yeah, we were
coffee?
20. I was
like
20 when we-
ever?
Gave me my first Starbucks and took me to Sports Authority. Yes, that's how long ago this was. Sports Authority was still a thing.
Sports Authority just went out of business a few years ago.
They went out of business 10 years ago.
Okay, well, this was way before that.
I know. That's how old this is. But anyways, he found me a few minutes later jumping up and down on a trampoline.
Yeah.
I was playing with all the toys, bouncing balls. I was like...
I got Sam like a frozen frappuccino or something, and she was like, "This is good. People drink this?" And I was like, "Yeah. Are you gonna do push-ups in the parking lot, or what are you doing?" Like,
But I'm not
settle down.
I'm not like a bougie Starbucks girl. Like I have to get my Starbies every day. I'm not like that. I do make my coffee here at home. The other day, I asked him and the youngest one to make me coffee, and I said, "You can make me coffee, but can you drizzle a little bit of chocolate syrup inside the glass? Shake it up with some
I
ice."
squirted it in the bottom.
Oh my god!
and,
So
and
you did
mixed
do it
it
right,
up.
and then top it off with a little bit of, whipped cream.
So me and the youngest are in here.
It was the most shiestiest coffee.
We're in
I've
here
ever
doing
drank
like whipped
in my
cream
life.
hits out of the can at like 8 in the morning, like just
He comes in, we had to put the whipped cream on the top shelf because he doesn't know how to squeeze it right. And I'm like, he's going to do a whip it.
Yeah, he's just like getting the gas. I'm like, whoa, buddy. You got to hold that upside down or you're just getting high.
So nowadays, I have been more of a energy drink. Like, I haven't been craving coffee. And that's how you say it. You say it like coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Wicked sweet coffee.
I just say coffee.
But I haven't craved coffee. I've craved more of an energy drink, and I don't know if it's because of the bubbly in it, but
It's probably because of your age.
the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You just get older. Your taste buds change. Continue.
Anyways, if you want to comment what your go-to is it a energy drink? And if it is an energy drink, which one? Because I don't like Celsius at all. Not one flavor. I feel like they have mango in every flavor, or they don't clean their tanks very well because I can always taste mango in every flavor.
Let me say this real quick. All of our old white guy followers, we need you guys to use the computer box a bit more. Type things in the comments and like things, okay? Like, we got like 800 views, 1,000 views on stuff. No comments. You guys got to say stuff. Ha ha ha, that's funny. Type stuff. Say things. It helps the algorithm so that we can get more viewers and buy more stupid shit for Sam to burp on. Okay? Just click on the buttons on your phone. Bloop, 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 bloop. Our demographics are...
Sporadic.
No, it's mostly dudes, but it's like... it changed. I looked
why
at
is it mostly dudes?
I'm assuming it's because of the burping or because I'm just alpha. I don't... Are you okay? Did you shit your pants?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, in general, I'm assuming part of it's you and your burping, but a lot of it's because this is not a girly podcast. We're sitting here drinking beer and talking about aliens and stuff. Women aren't like, 35-year-old women aren't like, yes, let me just get a good conspiracy podcast. I just need to see what happened to JFK.
Kristen Cavallari may be listening to us because she's all
Kristen's
about the
not listening. She's somewhere blowing a... There's so many. You didn't burp any last week. Jesus.
I haven't burped in a few weeks. Oh,
All right.
that tastes like stomach acid.
All right. We got to wrap this up here. I got one more thing.
Can I just point out my candle? See how it
Your
changes,
black magic?
how
Yeah.
it changes colors? Give me my black magic.
Thor 3.
If you do this, look, watch. Stands up straight.
What are you doing with your finger there?
Why are you dirty?
Like this?
No, I was circling.
You do it like this?
I was making circular.
Oh, you can do
motions.
circular motions too.
That's not a circle. Stop! You're doing it wrong.
That's what she said.
Also, I want to point out Dunkin' Donuts released the Halloween bucket this week.
Tell them how much that costs.
$17.49.
$17.49. It's full of donut holes that the kids didn't like.
No, Jackson's eating them. And the youngest. But also, when I went and bought that, we randomly lost power. We had no power. Like, nothing. Now there's one staring at me. I can't be inappropriate if you're staring.
Okay. Well, we're back after a brief child interruption. So, I had one comment, and I saw this week, and because I follow a bunch of science pages and space pages and different stuff. So, I made a note about this. It was just, there was people arguing that an asteroid didn't kill the dinosaurs. Like, it was literally, the video was solely about, it was an asteroid coming in and showing how it hit the Earth in, the cloud of dust and how it covered, and they're like, that never happened. And it's that typical, like, flat earther mentality. That never happened. Prove it. Like, okay. Well,
prove to me that it didn't happen.
There's an impact crater, and they've done, like, soil samples where they can see, like, different metal compounds that aren't natural to Earth or a high concentration on meteors at a certain age and stuff. So I guess, and I made a little list here. If you're going to argue about asteroids killing the dinosaurs, space not being real, dinosaurs not being real, or flat Earth, you have to provide the evidence that it's not, because it's been proven that it is. So you can't just say, yeah, it's not real, prove it, bro. It's been proven. Like, you're trying to change what everyone else thinks, so you have to prove otherwise. Mm-hmm. Are you with me on that? Like, people are like, 100%. Dinosaurs aren't real, bro. Prove it. Okay, well, they have bones in a museum. Those aren't real. Okay, you're saying that. Have you proven those bones aren't real? Like, have you done science?
So if they're not real, then who in their right mind was smart enough and creative enough to fabricate that?
Well, all right.
I mean, that's a huge fabrication.
I don't want to go down the rabbit hole on this, but here's the thing. They'll say, well, why aren't there more of them? Okay. Well, they died 100 million years ago. There's been studies done.
Burned and like.
But there's been studies that have said this. If everyone, and I think I've said this before on the podcast, but if everyone on planet Earth was wiped out right now at this very minute, everything was wiped out. Whatever, nuclear war, asteroids, whatever, you would not be able. It would be very hard for you to find a human skeleton 100 million years from now.
Yeah,
it would be almost impossible to find one. And there's way more humans
when they do find the dinosaurs, it's few and far between.
It's because it died in perfect conditions in an area where it was covered, or
because they're all over the world, so it depends on the climate and the temperature and everything at that point in time when it died.
But it's like
find them.
the whole thing with flat Earth, when they're like, prove it. It's like, okay, well, they've got pictures from space, and guys say they've been on the moon that worked for a program that sent people to the moon. It's not real, bro. Like, okay, how are you proving that that's not real? Like you have to prove otherwise. I try not to comment on them because it frustrates me so much. But then they're just like, that's photoshopped, and I'm like, was it photoshopped in the '60s?
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I still don't know about the.
The landing on the moon may or may not have been faked. But to say space is faked is ridiculous.
No, space is definitely
like the
real.
people that's the whole flat Earth thing. They say it's a dome. It's a dome. There's no space. I'm like, okay, prove it. Look at the fucking moon. Look at the sun. Look at stars. Oh, bro, those are just in a dome. They're just, like, painted up there. Like,
okay, well, then explain.
What are you talking about?
Then explain to me how in that dome it creates
it
creates life-devastating hurricanes and tornadoes
and
tsunamis and floods.
If you look at a conspiracy, and I'm a conspiracy guy, but if you read into, like, some of these posts and stuff about flat Earth or space being fake and stuff, or dinosaurs aren't. Like, there's people that believe that Earth is 6,000 years old, dinosaurs never existed, and God put us here 6,000 years ago. I don't even think the pyramids are 6,000 years old. I think they're 25 or 30,000 years old.
We need to talk. If we don't, we're not going to talk about it tonight. I tagged you in it.
What?
It says how pyramids were built. I
saw
it there.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. And I was just like, it was an AI recreation of it, and it was like it was. They asked AI.
Basically, they were giants.
Ask AI what created.
Which would have been
and it just
aliens.
went off opinions, but it was a bunch of giants like picking them up and stuff. We could post it. I'll see if I still have it. I can see if I could post it in this week's episode, but it was just it was funny because I was like, AI is going off of the most popular
myth
theories, or yeah, right. So I don't know, but I was like venting more than anything. I don't have anything additional to say about it, but I get in these comments of some of these pages, and I'm just like when they say that's not real, bro, I'm just like, based on what? Like, what are you basing that on? That it's not real? The moon's not real, bro. It's not really up there. It's not real. It's just a light or something. Like, okay. Well, then farts are not real either. Farts don't exist.
No, let's just be clear. Farts in this house are real because I live in a house full of boys.
Nope. You're in a simulation where you think farts smell bad, but they don't.
Okay, no. All right, so here I have homework for our listeners. One, message us about your favorite coffee or energy drink. Two, message me about your oh crap, what was I gonna say? You interrupted my thought.
I didn't say anything. I'm just sitting here.
I know, I was gonna say something. Oh, do you believe in dinosaurs or you don't believe in dinosaurs? I want to know that.
Oh my god. Please comment, because it gives us some stuff. I hope if you want to come on and argue, hell, if you want to argue with it, I'll call you on the damn phone during the podcast. We could talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm open to that. Like, if somebody wants to talk about something, like argue about something, and I'm not saying argue like we're going to get into it, but I'm more than welcome. If you really have a belief on something and you want to talk about it, hit us up. I'll be happy to have guests on. Like, I've reached out to a couple people that have some like weird stories about stuff that have happened. I'm like, would you be interested in being on our podcast? And I don't ever get a response because people are like, But I'm interested in talking to people live on the podcast if it's about anything other than Sam burping. All right, guys. We will see you next week for episode 27. Stay safe and watch out for all those ghosts out there. What?
Zombies and witches and ghouls.
Yeah, and fat chicks. Thanks, guys. Next week.